Hello and welcome. This is an episode of A Star to Steer Her By. You know, your favorite Star Trek watching podcast. And we're watching Star Trek.
What?
Surprising everyone. This time it is Star Trek Discovery episode, There Is a Tide.
Ooh.
I was wondering where my tide was. Tide Pods in this episode. No, let me tell you about it before.
Is that what it is? It's a Tide Pod that Stamets is in at the end?
Ooh, clever. But first, let me make sure I introduce. You all know that this is Ames.
This is Caitlin.
Jake.
And Chris.
And I don't think I've said this is episode number 412 of our podcast.
Jake, is this a significant HTTP code or HTML code or whatever?
Yes, this is the HTTP code for Don't Bother.
Oh, is that how you feel about this episode?
It's when a website is absolutely pointless and just a bridge from A to B.
Wow.
Woof. So Jake is noticing that, we are setting up for our finale next week.
Holy shit, is already there?
We're already there. We're going to have to rush because we got a shitload of plot lines that this episode sets up for us for next week. Let me tell you about them now.
All right.
We pick up where we left off last week. Osyraa has control of the Discovery. Book and Burnham use the courier network to speed over there and smash into the shuttle bay, just as Vance is letting this fucking Trojan horse into Federation HQ like a dupe. And Saru, Culber, and Adira are trapped in the Veruba Nebula, but we kind of ignore them this week. And we don't see any of them this week.
We don't know what's going on.
We mentioned them like twice. Yeah. So, what does Osyraa want? A Federation Emerald Chain Alliance? Well, this is new. So we get many scenes of negotiations between her and Vance, in which it's clear that the two of them are sure as shit not going to get what either of them want. Because what Osyraa wants is a puppet government that she can lead, even though I still question if she's at all competent. And Vance wants her to go to the Space Hague and see trial, because she's definitely on the Epstein list or something.
Oh my god.
So yeah, neither of them come to a conclusion. Sad face. Meanwhile, on Discovery, Burnham is John McClaning around the ship, even going as far as to lose her shoes, which is obvious homage.
And get stabbed.
Stabbed. While fucking Zara, of all people, is back from that episode. It was a Far From Home. He's left in charge for reasons. I don't remember if this pays off, but I entirely thought he was dead.
I mean, he was left for dead.
Yeah.
He should have died.
Yes.
There's no reason why this man is on this ship. Anyway, we'll talk about
the guy that they dropped in the ice.
Yeah, that's
right.
That
I was
guy.
like, who? But yeah, totally.
He
you should have
killed
left me
once.
to blah blah blah. Like, okay, pal.
It's stupid. We'll get to it.
It's
A couple other things happen. We got the bridge crew. They manage a quite brilliant escape from their guards.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Michael frees Stamets from his gab session with his new best friend, Emerald Chain's master scientist Aurelio. And despite his protests, Burnham shoots him over to HQ to keep him out of Orion hands.
God, such an upsetting scene.
That's a fun scene. Well,
She made up the express finny tube.
Seriously, like, boop, bye! Osyraa, meanwhile, kills our Endorian friend Rin, who it turns out wasn't a saboteur at all, so my assumption from last week is super, super wrong. Which just means there's no fucking reason why Osyraa could fucking track Discovery, so fuck me, I guess.
I know it's not his fault, but I found Rin so off-putting to look at that I'm glad he's gone.
Oh, sad face. Isn't that,
yes.
Barry Weisman's husband?
It is.
That's fun.
I'm sure he's lovely without all that shit on, but
He
they
seems
just...
lovely. Also, the bridge crew in the final scene, fuck my face, is joined by a whole bunch of dots ex machina, who are full of sphere data, and they promise to help take back the ship.
And they have the department colors in their eyes, which I didn't notice before.
Fucking...
One's red, one's gold, and one's blue.
Fucking frown. But that's for next... That'll come to fruition next week, because it's all teasing for next week, the end.
Mm-hmm.
I argue, because I actually in my notes mentioned it's Die Hard in Space.
Everyone mentioned it's Die Hard.
But also, I would say it's actually a double homage. Her losing her shoes. One is Die Hard. The other is an homage to the fact that for a while Quentin Tarantino was going to make a Star Trek movie, but then never did. I stand by my foot joke.
I mean,
That's stupid.
we
Nah.
Oh,
I
no,
like
that was great. The setup was... No, that was a good joke.
that was solid.
Someone was going to say something, though.
I was going to say that we already done Die Hard in Space in Star Trek, and that
Several
was,
times.
and that, well, I mean, the quintessential was obviously Starship Mine from TNG, and I don't think we need it again.
I like this one, though.
This one was fine, except
It made Burnham seem like very smart and
you
stuff.
know, why is it that every time there is a open the airlock to vent people into space scene, it always ends up just irritating me, like the fire snake from Firefly.
At least sometimes it's because Jonathan Archer is doing it.
Yeah, the Jonathan Archer one from that Enterprise.
The one where he
episode.
climbed over the railing.
What
Terrible.
this
So bad.
They're always terrible. They
What
always
about-
look terrible.
was the one in Voyager okay? I don't remember because I know they like basically vent every Borg except Seven in that one episode. Scorpion,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
I
that
don't
our
know.
first episode?
I think so.
Yes.
What irritated me most about this one is, it's the standard thing where the airlock opens,
Mhm.
and then it's like 5 minutes of torrential wind.
Yeah.
Blowing you into space, and then it's like, no, it would decompress in like 0.02 seconds.
Yeah, just be...
Yeah, it's
and
definitely
like everyone would suffocate.
they're like, and you're right, everyone does this, but it's like they're basing this on an airplane depressurizing, not a spaceship.
It was actually best, I think, in Disaster, I think, when Geordi and Bev are stuck in...
Yeah, because
Shuttle
once
bay.
it depressurized,
Then it was normal,
it was
they just couldn't breathe.
Like the windy section was very quick.
Yeah.
And once the air was vented, it was just a vacuum, which is what would happen. But in this one, it even says, like, the computer says, like, decompression complete or something.
But there's still wind happening.
And, like,
which is
how
stupid.
did the sound waves from the computer making that sound happen? Because it would be fucking no sound because we're in the vacuum of space
Maybe it was
now.
just for us, the audience.
Oh, yeah, of course it was.
Maybe there was
But it
nothing...
says, like, decompression complete, but there's still the wind happening, and there's still this terrible, like, graphical overlay
Mhm.
of wind,
Yeah.
like, blowing past. Like, why not just have somebody off to the side with a leaf blower? Why do we need this visual?
It's just, yeah.
It was Frakes, definitely, because he directed
Yes,
this
I
one.
was just going to mention that.
Ah,
Frakes with a leaf blower.
Johnny,
So
killing me.
I am glad she didn't do it, but there was a part of me when when Michael was hanging on and had to kick the woman off of her. I'm just thinking, I have had enough of you.
No, she has to preserve her air, though. She can't be saying
True. But I was thinking, it's like, I mean, I'm glad they didn't, but I am definitely thinking it loudly.
I was just wondering, because they were showing, like, oh, her little leather strap is going to rip. And my thought was, oh, it's going to rip the second that the doors close, and then
I
she'll
thought
just
that
land
too.
on the doors or something. But
That was the silly part to me, was like, that it's like, oh, it's all set. Countdown till we reclose the door. Just close the fucking door.
Yeah.
No need to do a countdown. He's doing a countdown.
yeah.
Love that guy.
I did like, so that woman that got spaced was a Kanak, who was the same race as Kima from Children of Mars.
Okay, I was thinking, like, I've seen this alien before, but I don't know why. Thank you.
Yeah, otherwise we see nearly none of her, because then she gets spaced, and then
Yeah.
it's just the Zera show for fucking reasons.
I don't find him interesting. I mean, I guess he's
He
somewhat
was
more
more
interesting.
interesting the other episode.
I think he's probably generally more interesting and more villainous than Osyraa in a lot of ways.
He made a better
Well-
Western villain
Mm.
than like a ship takeover villain.
He's a better actor than Osyraa.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
That's easy though. That's a
Oh,
low
I know, it's a
bar.
very low bar. Did you notice how much her, like, accent fluctuates?
I looked into that, because, like, what is happening?
Is she Australian?
She's
No.
South African.
No, I thought she was Canadian. She was born in Canada, but apparently spent, like, most of her childhood in England and then moved back to Canada, so that she might just legitimately have a fucked up blended accent.
It's a very weird accent.
It's
I thought
very
I thought she was
weird.
putting something on. But...
Yeah, no, but because I looked that up, because I could have, like, I looked her up once before and I didn't realize the move to the UK for a while part. So I was just like, she's Canadian. Why does she sound like this? But she's actually, been all over.
Still, I mean, I want to get more into the Osyraa stuff in
Yeah.
a second, because I'm still not impressed by her acting, but she's a little more interesting now that you see some of her motivations.
Yeah.
But I want to keep on the Zera thing that we keep trying to pivot from.
He seems to have literally just been brought in to, like, know that Tilly isn't really the captain.
Which
doesn't...
It's yet another scene where Tilly's saying something. He walks in the door in response to the thing she just said, even though he wasn't in the room or to see who spoke or what the context was.
Listen, the walls are just very thin.
He's been watching on a video the whole time.
Well, she's actually been broadcasting
Yeah,
across
he's
the
live
whole...
streaming.
Yeah, exactly, the whole ship.
That does track, though, because remember, this is a 23rd century ship, so it's about as old as the original Enterprise, whose walls were made of fucking cardboard, so...
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Not in universe, though.
I know, I just...
He walks in, he's like, "Oh, are you the captain now?" or some bullshit. I'm like, "Fuck this! Fuck this guy. There's no reason for him to be here." They could have very easily had another member of Osyraa's crew do this, but this whole season, and I don't know if it's like the focus has been fucking everywhere, or there aren't enough episodes, or they're entirely missing the interesting point, which is what else is happening in the universe right now. Because I feel like this whole Orion versus Federation thing got built up for just this episode, as we haven't seen any of this before, which is why Osyraa is literally the only Emerald Chain person whom we know.
Yeah.
She's also... I also noticed that she's evidently... Her and her cousin, nephew, whoever she killed with the snake last week... They're the only two Orions, evidently. It's like everybody else that we see is some other alien.
We don't know who's under those weird helmets.
That's true.
Which I will say...
It's the Breen.
I don't know if I ever...
This changes everything.
I somehow, never really paid a lot of attention to the helmets in the previous ones. I kind of love the, goofy, almost 30 sci-fi aesthetic they got going on. I do enjoy those helmets.
Do they cost more than making someone up, though? Or is it just them, saying, "Oh, we'll save on makeup expenses by making these very expensive helmets"?
It's you know what it is? It's you can save on extras.
Oh, they can swap them.
Because then it's, not just that, but it's you can have the same guy be 10, quote-unquote, different soldiers in a helmet.
That's true.
But yeah, anyway, back to Fuckface.
Yes.
Which one?
Because
the one that should...
Oh, Zara.
Zara, I think. I almost called him Kazan. I'm like, that's a board game, I think.
Well, because Kanak was the regulator who died.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thinking about Kahan, as we were talking about a folk singer on the way here.
So here's the thing.
Maybe.
What?
This is... the level of fuck-uppedness to this character, when you think about it, right? So, he was like a shakedown guy who was going after those...
he was a thug.
Yeah, he was exactly. So he was just some
like
dude...
a gang leader or some shit.
Right. But apparently, was it established in that episode that he worked for the Emerald Chain?
I think they mentioned it in passing, maybe.
I don't remember.
So,
I'd have to look at it.
So evidently he's always worked for the Emerald Chain, and he's high-ranking enough that he gets to hang out with Osyraa.
Yeah.
Even after a major fuck-up that got his whole crew killed. But the real fuck-up of that episode is that Tilly and Saru just let him go. Because... the implication at the time was, they're being cruel. They're gonna let him die in the cold.
They didn't let him go. They handed him off to the bar folk, and they let him go.
They should have just taken him away into custody or killed him. Just made sure he was dead, because you know that he went back to the bar, killed everyone. Everyone there is dead that wasn't already dead because of the other fucked up shit. So those people are definitely dead, or in a way where, if they're not dead, they're in a way worse situation than they were in.
Weren't they going to give them dilithium? So they might have fucked off. They might have gotten their dilithium and motored.
Maybe. But either way, Fucko is a real piece of shit. Yeah, and it does seem a little weird that he's just, number 2 now.
Yeah, you definitely didn't get the impression from his first appearance that he was that important.
Yeah, or that he had, intelligence that was... necessary for this particular mission. He's the one that Osyraa leaves in charge. Yeah. Not because he knows anything about Discovery or anything, or the situation, but because he's a character we recognize.
Right. And then we're introduced to this other character, this Joey Fatone-looking motherfucker. What was his name?
Oh, the scientist.
Scientist.
Aurelio.
Played by Kenneth Mitchell.
Takuvma?
Close. Kolshaw and Tenavik.
I knew that name from a Klingon. But,
yeah, he's been several.
Huh.
But not Takuvma. But anyway, so this guy, who's apparently super important, we've never seen him before.
See, actually, though, with that I'm okay with, and I'm actually really, I find him interesting, and especially, and this may be something you were going to bring up, his relationship with Osyraa.
Yeah, that I think is cool.
Because, like, it makes sense that we wouldn't see him until now, because clearly, up until this point, she has, like, kind of kept him sheltered from her true self.
He mustn't know. He must still think that I'm his, like, golden god.
Yeah, and I find it really interesting that, like, she does, and this actually adds something to her character, like, there is a part of her that wants there to just be at least one person in this universe that thinks she's good.
Well, she's manipulating him, though.
Yeah, but I think it's not just that. I think there is genuinely, like, a want to have...
She saved him, and I think she's got this kind of savior persona that she's given herself. Like, I saved this man who, because of his disability, would have been euthanized or something. But I saw the potential in him, and now he is he's like the top scientist in the galaxy, and it's because of me.
Yeah, and
he must never know how my deep dark secret.
I'm a rotten, horrible bitch.
But I think I think there is to her, like, she looks kind of sad when he insists on staying, and it's like there is a part of her that, despite being pretty, like, callous, mustache twirl evil, like that there was somebody in the universe that thought she wasn't. And she's losing that, and that's really interesting.
But then she vaporizes somebody right in front of him.
Well, yeah, because she knows she's losing it anyway, so she's like, well...
She could have ordered him out of
She could have, but
she could have been like...
Again,
or she could have been like, okay, Book and what's his name? Bryn, you're gonna fucking...
No, just Rin.
Whatever.
I like that Jake requests
what's
the
his
names
name? It's Rin.
Them.
Oh, Bryn. Okay.
I heard Bryn, okay? Anyway, Bryn, get the fuck off my bridge. You know, she could have murdered him later. She didn't have to murder him right then and there.
She's clearly just, for some reason... Again, I think because at the end of the day, she is more evil than good. She just resigned herself to the fact that she has lost this guy.
Yeah, she's also pissed that her negotiations with Vance didn't go well.
Yeah.
Are they a couple?
No.
Vance and Osyraa?
No. Osyraa and Joey Fatone.
Aurelio?
I don't think so.
Well...
Because he did talk about having an Orion partner. Partner and kids. Maybe they're...
That would be... Here's the thing. That's something they don't explicitly state, so I think if you put it in a fanfic, no one could disagree with you.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't like the idea.
No, neither do I.
It feels weird. I feel like they have more like almost like a sibling...
a guardian and child, like, it's a weird, like, it's
but
kind
they're
of
the same age, aren't they? Is she really
I don't
that
know,
much?
because she said she, like, rescued when he was 10.
Maybe
like, how much
Orion's
power did she have when she was 10?
Who fucking knows?
We don't know. Maybe she just ages slow.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say maybe Orions are very long lived.
But I feel like, their relationship, we don't. It's like a weird version of Mirror Giorgio and Mirror Michael, where she, like, saved this person, but whereas Mirror Giorgio was like, I will teach you the ways of the mirror universe, she was like, I will shelter you from the horrible world I'm creating.
Yeah, and I thought his scenes with Stamets were legitimately interesting.
Yeah,
those
although
were cool.
It was funny. It's like, conveniently, both these super scientists are into opera.
Yeah, I found it, it took me out for a second when Stamets could recognize that it was Andorian opera specifically. Like, as if, have there been no new operas in 900 years?
Maybe but it could be the style.
Or the language, or both, or the resonance. But also, like, don't we have a scene where he and Colbert were, like, listening to opera, and he was like, and I played you that song, that aria, even though I know you hate it. Like, I feel like we have a love of the fine arts already built into his backstory. Or a dislike of the fine arts, I guess.
A recognition of the fine arts, but just the fact that...
Wouldn't you know Klingon opera if you heard it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then...
Oh, maybe he could understand the language.
I think he just recognized...
Because the universal translator isn't translating for some reason.
Well, it doesn't translate music.
Yeah, you tell it not to. It's also, realistically, even though we've written new operas and new music, we still listen to the old ones.
And the new ones are bad. And usually in English.
Come on, the one where Nixon goes to China's ridiculous. Great.
I don't think I've ever heard it. I know you have it.
No, I don't have it.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I saw a clip online. It's terrible.
Guess what you're getting for Christmas.
Yeah, but like I said, it took me out for a second until there are rationalizations you can make. But, I feel like it should have just been, what is this? Orion Opera. Oh yeah, I can hear it now. Easy fix.
He just should have been in a different kind of music. Just because it's like, come on, really?
So was Stamets, while he was in, like, cataracts mode.
Mhm.
Did he was he aware? Because it seemed like after they took the thing off and he kind of woke up, he wasn't like where am I? He was just like he carried on the conversation. So he must have been like conscious,
No,
just unable to.
I mean,
do
he definitely
anything?
seemed surprised he was shackled.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he kind of looked at them like and shook his arms like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but he didn't. Like, I don't know. He seemed completely at ease with the situation. Like I feel like because the last thing he remembers is he was about ready to jump away. Somebody beamed him and put in something on his head, and right, and then jumped to now I'm shackled to the stairs. He didn't like protest. He just like was like, oh, I'm here now.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was semi-aware.
Let me see if I can break the shackles. Nope, they're very solid. Like Saru in that episode on Kaminar when the shackle was just off for a scene.
I have to say, I did not enjoy. I mean, it was terrible, but when it was a bit funny when he was fighting with Burnham about going back to the nebula, and he's like, how Hugh's gonna die there. How am I going to explain this to Osyraa? Well, actually, the good news is you're not going to have to explain it to Osyraa.
We've got good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
It's the same news.
I do appreciate that he is, not appreciate, but I find it funny that he has unilaterally adopted Osyraa.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I have a child.
This is another one of these things that rubs me the wrong way about Stamets, because it's like you said, it's like he's decided that he's their father now.
Yeah,
even though it's not something that Osyraa has ever said, or that they've ever said to each other.
Yeah, like, had there been a scene where they kind of acknowledge it, it would be fine. But even I'm like, and again, I'm usually pretty big on Stamets, but this one I was like, I mean, Paul, it's a sweet notion, but you gotta discuss it with them first.
Exactly, and that's why, like, we talked a while back in one of our blog activities about parents, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about Stamets as a father, because Stamets just decides on his own, you're my child now. And I forgot that Osyraa isn't even in the scene when he decides this.
But couldn't it also have been one of those things where he was trying to, like, relate to the scientists so that they could sort of, like, he could view him as more human and then, like, try to...
I don't know.
Like he's kind of exaggerating the situation for the sake of the ruse?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I didn't get that sense, though.
No, yeah, neither did I, but it's...
Well, I didn't either. I'm just offering a thing that
it's
could
possible.
Yeah, I think it's that for up until literally that line, their relationship was more mentor-apprentice kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And to decide, like, no, mentor-apprentice means daughter or child, father is not the same, and we never saw, like, a building moment.
Exactly, and it definitely... It's very presumptuous, right?
Yeah. Which tracks for Paul.
That's true.
Which is why I don't care for Paul.
I love Paul.
Yeah, I think they do end up, I mean, minor spoilers, kind of, but like I feel like they do lean into the family aspect more in future seasons, for sure.
Yeah, there should have been, like, a scene somewhere of just saying, like, Osyraa doesn't have a family.
Yeah.
And Stamets could be like, well, a found family is just as important.
I'm your father now.
And not even state, like, because I want you to be in a traditional family unit with me and Hugh, which is what kind of happens. Yeah. But more because, of the companionship that they all need on this ship.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it rubbed me strangely.
If Aurelio?
Yes.
If Aurelio survives, which I don't know if he does, I don't remember.
Genuinely don't remember.
We'll be surprised if he does.
I mean, well, because here's the thing, right? Because evidently, like, Stamets' whole problem with replicating the spore drive isn't the technology, it's the pilot. Because, like, the computer for some reason can't do it, even with all that sphere data.
He says tardigrades are extinct, which I can't tell if that's a bluff or not.
Well, I was thinking that too. They better not be.
Or maybe they're just, or not tardigrades.
He said that particular species.
Yeah, the giant Ripper tardigrades.
They still, I'll be pissed if they're dead.
I'm sure
but
they might.
But if I was them, I would have fucked off to another galaxy by now, right? Because they can go wherever they want.
Like the dolphins in Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah. Plus, also, like, wasn't he, like, captured because he was, I guess, was it a girl Ripper? I don't even know.
They never established it. The one in the cartoon was a mother.
Right, because it was having babies. Wasn't Ripper, like, on the ship because it, like, was getting food or something, though? Because...
It had been captured
the Glen
by
lured
Glen.
them, yeah.
But why?
We don't know.
Okay, because with less ships, you might not see them.
We know that the tardigrades live like a good chunk of their life in the mycelial network.
Yeah, it seems to be the case.
And we know that the Glen was also doing experiments with the mycelial network. So it's quite possible that like Ripper just like ran into the Glen while it was doing mycelial
I
shit.
think they might have even
That could be right.
said possibly that Ripper kind of showed up in there. No, because the Glen didn't have a little forest. So I don't know how they found Ripper.
Yeah, but they were doing mycelial experiments.
Yes,
So that seems
yeah.
the most logical explanation, that they somehow...
Yeah.
Or maybe Ripper detected the mycelial energy and became curious and got captured.
Yeah, I do think Aurelio's idea of, okay, so we'll just, what did he say? Clone the target DNA, which is brilliant. Why haven't we been doing that?
Well, right. And like Sam's like, oh, well, it can't be, like, it's another like hand-wavy Star Trek, like, oh, we can't do this thing because I said so, which is like, oh, we can't extract it from me without killing me or whatever. You could have to dissect
kill him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
like,
you think that's gonna stop
Don't let
him?
Osyraa hear you say that.
Well, but also, like, again, I mean, of course, the reason before we hadn't just done that is because even if they could do that without killing him in the 23rd century, they still had the prohibitions on genetic engineering. So, like, I don't know. I feel like current day Starfleet would be like, we'll give this one a pass.
Yeah, but apparently Aurelio knows how to do it.
Yeah.
He would be able to do it. So that seems like a fucking perfect, like, I don't know why...
You should be doing this.
Like, that should have been a bargaining chip in that negotiation. Like, hey...
Yeah, unless the
get
Federation...
Aurelio's magical brain at your disposal.
Yeah, unless the Federation still has a bug up its ass about genetic engineering.
Yeah, it made me wonder why, because, once Discovery comes to the future and Federation figures out this is the most important tech that we have, there doesn't seem to be any attempts to replicate it.
Well, that were shown. There could be stuff happening at headquarters.
I need them to show. I need
think
them to discuss
if I
this
recall,
important
the next
thing.
season deals with a lot of them.
Okay, I don't remember.
That
I
is
remember
like-
very little.
That
of
does
it.
come
a
up,
major
yeah.
plot of the next season
Okay,
is
good.
there's a scientist that's trying to replicate it.
Okay, I don't remember a lot of that fourth season. But it makes Vance look like a fucking moron when Osyraa comes and says, I'm going to make a bunch of spore drives. And it's like Vance hadn't thought of this before.
I don't understand. So if we're moving a little bit toward that whole negotiation thing.
Yeah.
Vance, terrible. Bad Vance, because...
Likes apples.
He likes apples, but like, he has zero fucking leverage in this negotiation.
He could destroy Discovery if things go that bad.
She could jump it away. Like,
she's not on it.
she did. There was really no reason for her to even go there, if we're being honest. Like, why? Like, if she just wanted Discovery so that she could reverse engineer the spore drive and clone Stamets, just go do that somewhere else.
Yeah,
why are we going to Starfleet headquarters?
She says a lot of things about how it would be great for like the optics for what now sounds like the Emerald Chain is an enormous entity.
Yeah.
But
she wants everyone to see like,
look,
we can do a thing.
And here's why I feel this negotiation is stupid, because the Emerald Chain is an enormous entity. There has no practical use for the Federation at this point. They could
Didn't she say they have an Orion Congress, which surprised her?
Yeah,
right. Because like last week we were talking about it. My assumption was like, oh, Osyraa is just like the mob boss, but no, apparently it is an actual government. So why are we bothering with this treaty?
Why is she the one making negotiations?
Why is Vance the one? I know that he's like, the president has authorized me. It's like, oh, you just didn't want to cast a president.
My note was, my president is in Canada right now. You wouldn't have met them. They went to a different high school.
Like the president comes out and it's just Vance with a mustache.
Over his existing
mustache. I am President Dance.
He's like,
no, that's from Caitlin's
I was gonna
fan.
say,
it is,
perfect.
yeah.
Finally, my fanfic is canon.
He's like,
here's the thing. We just cannot have a character called President Vance because that would give me a heart attack.
Yeah. But yeah, he's
well,
like...
Jake, I've got some bad news.
Fuck! Oh shit, by the time this airs...
Oh god, it's entirely possible.
Okay, but wouldn't that be great?
That would be like fucking... What's that fucking...
The Mooch.
The Mooch, yeah. That'd be Mooch levels of prediction.
That's way more than Mooch.
Yeah, this would be a much bigger deal, but...
But I just imagine, like, he comes out with the mustache over his mustache, and he's put, like, a hello, my name is the Federation President sticker just over his badge.
He's crossed out the name Vance and written in, like, President Dance.
Yes. But anywho,
but yeah, no, clearly it was just like we just don't feel like having a character for one episode.
Yeah, and also like it would be weird if we hadn't introduced this like the president character, and then it makes more sense to have a known character in this scene
because there's so few known characters.
Yeah,
they could have just had what's his name, Zara. They could have had Zara be the president with a mustache over his existing mustache.
Look, Tilly, it was me all along. Now do you feel bad for leaving me for dead?
It would just be President Tilly. Tilly would just show up and
with a mustache,
be the president.
Why was he so mean to her?
Because she left him to die.
You're incompetent. I was like, Jesus Christ, did your mom come back from the dead? Like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I mean, she didn't leave him to die, but, she handed him over to the people that left him to die, so he blames her.
Yeah, but I mean, I just feel like it was pretty impressive of him to be able to, like, hit on her exact, like, fears and anxieties.
You meet her and you have her pegged within 10 seconds.
Also, like, okay, so the Emerald Chain is like super advanced. They got super science man, best scientists. Apparently, they don't have any fucking medical system because Zara was still rocking like an actively frostbitten hand.
I saw that and I was like, they could have healed that in the 23rd century, but maybe it's kind of like an aspect of like, you fucked up, so we're gonna leave your hand kind of fucked up as a reminder.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Like, I feel like even in the 20th century, they like doctors would know. Oh, yes, you have to remove that tissue because it will like infect you. Like he's lost that arm.
No, it's fine. Like, just put it in warm water. It'll be fine.
And the fact that he's still walking around with this obviously infected, dead hand is terrible.
It's pretty gross.
I thought that too, but again, all I can figure is maybe they've made it so it won't spread, but are keeping it fucked up as like a punishment sort of thing.
I feel like it would just be easier to heal it.
But if it's a punishment, to punish him, we left him in charge.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why is he in charge?
Well, it's like
yes, but he's in charge with one bad hand. Imagine
he's one of those guys that apparently, again, this wasn't established before this episode, is like important enough you don't want to kill him, but not so important you don't want to occasionally fuck with him. It's like Starscream.
So he's some kind of Nepo baby is what I'm hearing.
Nah, maybe.
Where are we getting the impression that he needs to be punished?
Because he
fucked up in, Jake was saying, like, back in episode Old West. He got his crew killed. And
he got his crew killed.
But he got saved. Why not leave him for dead?
I don't know.
Who knows? Because it's stupid.
I don't think they're punishing him. I think they're using him as a tool.
I think they are too, but it still doesn't make sense why they haven't amputated that hand.
Or again, I'm sure they could just fucking heal it.
Or treated it.
Whatever century.
They just really wanted to show you their special effects.
Yeah.
Which, considering how poorly, like, I don't know if anyone else noticed this and was bothered by it, but there was like a scene or a couple of scenes when Michael and Book were on his ship. And she had, like, some radiation burn on her face.
Yeah, that was dumb.
And it was so... no, but it wasn't even that it was dumb. It was, like, you could see the shape of the patch on her face.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
I was like, what? Did they forget to fucking blend this? Like, what did you do?
They had to remove it right away for the CGI effect.
And that's what annoyed me. It's like, look, I get that the medicine is going to keep her DNA from unraveling.
Yeah, but it didn't make her Wolverine.
Yeah, heal her face. Like, that was... I was distracted by that, so didn't notice how bad the makeup was.
The makeup was bad. And not in that shot, but in an earlier shot. Like, I felt like you could just see the outline of the latex thing that they stuck onto her face.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was like, that looks like shit, dude.
I was a little distracted by that, in that scene, by all of the debris that they had to dodge for some reason.
Well, they had mentioned in the last episode that people don't really use the transwarp conduits anymore, and I guess that's why.
But they said Osyraa was able to navigate the courier network.
Yeah,
and that's how she got to
a much
the
bigger
nebula.
ship.
In a huge ship that should have just plowed through like a snow plow.
And it probably did, yeah. But that thing is even Book reacted to like, oh my god, she used the transwarp conduits? Why?
Why even bother putting all this debris field thing if it's not even going to be a problem?
Because then you got to watch Book's fucking ship change shape. It was sick. You didn't like that? I thought that was cool.
I mean, it is cool, but it just doesn't make sense to like introduce an obstacle. Like, for the purpose of the story, it doesn't make sense to introduce this obstacle and then have it be zero inconvenience whatsoever.
Super easy, barely any
inconvenience. Yeah, exactly. No, but that's why that joke is funny, because that's literally what this was, right?
See, it wouldn't have
bothered, but it looked sick.
But by and large, it didn't bother me except for one thing. Because again, I'm here for like a scene of just let's show off the silly future tech and explain why we don't use the transwarp conduits anymore. They're full of debris. The one thing that annoyed me was like, there's no morphing around that, and then they morphed around it. It's like, I feel like the script writers and the special effects people were working on different scripts.
Whoopsies.
And just one time, I really needed Book to say, it's morphin' time.
Oh my god. Hecking no. It made me wonder, though, because, we know that Osyraa has used this thing before. And that these tunnels, these transwarp tunnels, are the most useful thing since we have an absence of dilithium right now. Why don't they have people going in there and clearing them out?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like
if Osyraa's massive viridian can make it through these things, they should be going through and clearing them out.
You'd think. But of course then, I mean, I could see, like, if, say, like, I imagine the Federation, I feel like a lot of the question of why hasn't the Federation done X, Y, and Z is, like, they just don't have the resources right now.
Yeah.
It sounds like they don't have the scientists, even. Like, maybe that's why they haven't tried to recreate the spore drive yet. I don't know. But, like, so the Federation can't do it. And if Osyraa does it, like, on the one hand, it benefits her, but on the other hand, theoretically, other people could then also benefit and weaken her position. So she's like, all right, I can get through with my badass ship. No one else can. So this is something just for me. That tracks for her character. So, like, I could see why she's not clearing it up, because that would help everybody.
She's gonna have a little spore drive, as a treat.
Yeah. But shouldn't it also, if she's this big Orion bigwig, shouldn't she be doing it to help the rest of her fucking people?
No, because she doesn't actually care about her people. She cares about herself.
She literally is making negotiations for her people right now.
I think
her motivation to make no fucking sense through the whole season.
Her motivation could be that she gets to go back a hero and be like a big fucking deal.
But here's
like that to me doesn't seem contradictory. It's like she can say to Vance, like, "Oh, this is for my people," because she knows that's what Vance will respond to. But in reality, she's about making herself more powerful.
But here's the thing: she's already super powerful. Like, it makes zero practical sense that the first thing that she would do when she captured the Discovery would be to take it to Federation headquarters not to hold the Federation at gunpoint, which is what you would think, because we're showing up, we're going to use this subterfuge to get through the shield wall, and we got our giant dreadnought outside that's just going to blast this place to bits. Like, that's what you would expect. Or the same thing would have been, okay, we've captured Discovery, let's go deep within our own territory and take it apart bolt by bolt and figure out how it works and clone 40 Stamets and make a fleet of spore ships.
How much would you hate 40 Stamets?
I would hate 40 Stamets.
But, like, that's what...
But they might sass each other, which
might be
entertaining.
what
death.
Should be happening.
Well, see, I think in a way, to me, it makes sense that it's like the Federation, despite being on its back foot, is still enough of a fucking annoyance to her. But she also recognizes that there's for some people, that's still a brand that means something. And so, like a good capitalist, she just kind of wants... It's like when people buy the rights to the name of a company that's died so they can use it and have that cachet. She wants the Federation name, but she doesn't really want all those pesky morals and shit.
Okay, that's fine. I understand that, but here's the thing. Why did she take her new prize there where it is at serious risk of being retaken?
Because she just, I think, again...
she's a fucking idiot.
She's a narcissist.
No, don't make stupid excuses, Chris. It is stupid. It is a objectively stupid
Narcissists are stupid.
It's true.
Well,
that's my point. Narcissists are stupid. I'm not saying...
But the writers are treating it like it's brilliant.
Yeah, that's the point.
This is a subversion of our expectations.
If there was a consequence to doing this, and then to have her go into this negotiation and make all of these concessions, these massive concessions, is idiotic.
Is that real though, or is she just hoaxing?
What would be the point in hoaxing?
The problem is
I don't know. I don't know.
You got Eli there saying she's telling the truth.
The problem is Vance doesn't say what the concessions are, so I don't know.
Here's the thing: you can lie to a lie detector. I wouldn't.
Not Eli. His name is an anagram
for lie. I know. I
realized that today.
Speaking of stupid things. Oh, really? It was like the first.
I try not to think about Eli because I hate him.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Eli's terrible. Yeah, but she also she agrees. Okay, we're gonna give up we're gonna abide by the Prime Directive. We're gonna take a hands-off policy with Quajon and all these other.
We won't do slavery anymore.
We won't do slavery. We won't have
promise.
slave labor camps. It's like,
yeah, that's the thing. I just don't believe her.
But then why would she even say this shit? Like, what?
Because she knows it'll appeal to Vance as a Federation guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the Federation
and he doesn't ultimately believe her.
Are a bunch of beta chuds,
But
and they eat that shit up.
There's no reason for her to go into this negotiation if her only plan at the end, like she has the 100% the option to walk into this negotiation and say, "Hey, Vance, I'm the captain now. I'm the admiral now. Fuck off. You canceled." You know, like.
No, then he shoots her.
She's got the Discovery, and she's got the other ship, Viridian.
Yeah, she got the Viridian, but they've got the fleet. They've already positioned themselves. They could just blow up Discovery if they had to.
The Viridian is on the outside of the bubble right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think, again, like, was it a smart move? No. But I think Vance could easily take her if he really wanted to at this point.
It's an absolute travesty of writing is what it is. It is
Because,
not...
again, I think she was like, all right, maybe I can get this without a war. And her fallback's going to be, well, if it doesn't work, I just have the war then.
But if she wants it without a war, there was no reason for her to take the Discovery there.
No, that's true. She seemed to think she had to do the Trojan horse thing. I don't know why.
And she had to do it, and she had
Power
to do
move for
it
some
right
reason.
now while the crew of the Discovery is still on board.
Well, just the bridge crew at this point.
And while we haven't solved the spore drive yet.
Yeah.
I think you're right. There's no reason why she has to do this. There's no motivation to do this immediately.
Because the motivation is because exactly we're running out of and that's why it's so irritating to me that like the writers did this. Like why would they do this?
It doesn't bother me anywhere near as much. Like
as what? I know as Jake.
Yeah, like I see where you're coming from, but I'm just like I just watched this. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I don't know. At least it's not fucking Enterprise.
Yeah, the problem is when you start to think about things.
Yeah.
That's where Chris excels, is not thinking about things.
The thing about Enterprise is they at least developed their villains better. You know?
Like, I mean, John was very complex.
Yeah, exactly. But even beyond him, but like...
I mean, yeah, I think they did...
Oh, you mean Phlox?
Yeah. No, he was very underdeveloped.
I do miss that show, if only for my having an excuse to make a Phlox impression.
You're always welcome to make a Phlox impression.
Phlox can just show up and offer his thoughts on Discovery if he wants.
Well, he would call for way more genocide.
Yeah. I think this negotiation thing could work if they had seeded any of this earlier.
Yeah, that is the one thing.
And that's my major problem with this season, is that we don't see any of this. Like, we don't know how big the Orion Emerald Chain is. We don't know what Federation's limits are.
Or maybe there was maybe there were hints of some kind of detente process ongoing prior to this episode.
Yeah, I guess. And again, I don't think it necessarily worked, but I think maybe part of their thing with this was like, part of the reason she's taking this tact is she knows that the fact that they are also running out of dilithium has gotten out.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So that could maybe be part of the reason she's like, I'm going to do this way more conciliatory right now because they now know, which again, they should have just figured out.
They've got the Discovery right now.
And she knows about the nebula.
Yeah.
She knows that there's a planet of dilithium.
Well, she doesn't know that until after the negotiations when she talks to Book.
True. But she's got the nebula. She's got the Discovery, but admittedly, she can say like, I've got the Discovery and I'm going to reverse engineer it. Vance can go, prove it. Like, she hasn't actually reverse engineered it yet.
And also, like, the chain has so much of an upper hand in this negotiation that it should be like the Treaty of Versailles, where she waltzes in and says, okay, you're going to unconditionally surrender now, and we're just going to...
I don't think I understand enough about the Treaty of Versailles to understand the reference, Jim. Tell us more.
It ended poorly for everyone.
Yeah.
It kind of led to World War II.
Yeah, it was basically the...
Oh, it came before... Here I was thinking it was after World War II. What's the one that happened after World War II? That ended the war.
That may have also been the Treaty of Versailles.
Oh, okay. Well, that would make me feel a little bit better.
That's what I'm referring to. So hold on, let's make sure my historical reference is correct.
Keeping this in whether or not you're right.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Treaty of Versailles was a peace agreement signed June 28th, 1919.
Yeah.
That ended World War I. Yeah. So so Treaty of Versailles, basically the Allied powers went in and were like, we won. You're done. Germany, Austria, Hungary. It's we're gonna
lick our shoes.
I like that. We won. You're done.
We won. You're done. You're canceled.
You're basic.
You're basic. And like that's how she should that's how the villain would walk into that negotiation.
She walks in and there's always every so often she'll turn away from Vance and have so much doubt on her face, and there's an interesting character in there somewhere. I don't know if the actress is pulling it off. I don't know if the show has deepened this character enough for me to understand her. But there's something in there.
Yeah, I feel like we hadn't wasted an episode getting
2 episodes in the fucking Mirror Universe?
Yeah, episode and a half. Yeah, getting rid of Michelle Yeoh. Maybe they could have expanded.
That should have been a short trek.
There's also why was the season 13 episodes?
Some bean counter.
Past seasons were 15 or 14 episodes.
I also think that they again, I think that's a consistent issue with the show is that they spend a lot of their season not doing the things that they need to be doing to be driving. They want to do a serialized show, but they also is we want to do all these little side quests along the way, which is fine. It's just that it means that in the last 2 or 3 episodes, they have to cram in way too much.
The thing is, and I think this is what is this show ends up being about people dealing with shit. And the plot is just something to hang that on. And whether or not, that works for a viewer is going to vary strongly from viewer to viewer.
But I also just don't... I think that it's... For a show that, as you say, is about people dealing with shit, it's way too plot-driven. It really...
The balance is weird.
Yeah, it's everything happens because of stuff that's external to our characters. The burn, this other shit. It's all plot-driven stuff. And then it's okay, but we're going to paste this, character drama on top of that. Mm-hmm. Whereas instead of letting the character drama drive forward the narrative, where, it would make... I don't know, I think it would play a lot cleaner if it would make the character's motivations for doing things... if Osyraa had been established more as a character and we could understand these motivations of why she wants to do this negotiation, why, okay, maybe she's not all bad, but maybe she actually is, and we know more about her as a character, and it's because of her character that she's doing these things versus now where it's these things are being done. Oh, and here, meet Osyraa. She's the one that's doing it.
I will say, I don't think she's not. I think she is probably basically all bad. I just think she likes having someone who thinks she isn't.
Yeah, but we don't get, we're not, this isn't even reading between the lines. This is creating lines and then reading those lines because the writers didn't write them.
No, I think there's evidence in the text.
Okay.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
When in Rome. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it. I just buy that she's bad.
I buy that she's bad. She's bad. She's bad to the bone for sure.
Bad?
You bet.
I will say though, whenever you think of his skills, this is where I finally trusted Vance. I had been doubting him for the whole season because
he might be a bad admiral.
He's a Star Trek admiral, yeah. And she comes along and is here's this deal that sounds too good to be true, and let's just shove our morals aside to become the face of a bad organization that can pretend they're good because we're the Federation now. And he was just only if you go to the space hag. And she's wait, what? And he's yeah, no, I could just make my life easy and agree with this, but fuck you.
I loved him pulling that out.
Yeah.
And her face dropping
yeah.
See consequences?
Yeah. And I was
what?
This is where I finally okay, he's actually a good one.
Yeah, and while I think that was a fine thing for him to say, it's also shows to me that he was not serious in these negotiations because he has zero leverage to make that demand.
Yeah, it's a case of maybe it's I'm gonna meet with them to find out what their stance is. Even if I'm gonna,
and also it'll kill time, and maybe Discovery will hatch some kind of great escape plan.
And I can tell her about the poop apples.
And maybe he loved the poop apples.
I hated that. I guess I'm glad that they confirmed it for whoever really wanted to know what they were eating.
See, that's his leverage. He now knows that Osyraa has eaten his shit.
Yeah.
And he's gonna put that everywhere.
It's the ass penny sketch from Kids in the Hall.
Is that Upright Citizens?
Maybe. Oh, is it?
It might be Upright.
It might be Upright because you don't seem to recognize
I've never
it.
seen
It's
it.
not Kids in the Hall.
It must be Upright Citizens Brigade then. Yes, it's a guy.
Both great shows.
Yeah, it's a guy who basically like is telling someone that every penny he gets, he shoves up his ass, and then he uses it so that he knows that chances are everyone has touched his ass pennies, and it makes him feel powerful.
Ass pennies, I hate it.
And that's Vance.
Yeah.
Yep, with him it's shit apple.
He's really hot, so I'll allow it. I guess I don't know.
It does.
It's a little
sort of,
weird.
It makes you think now about Voyager and like replicator rationing, and it's like, I've got to get more fiber into this cruise, and they poop more so we can up the replicator rations.
Well, you see, Captain Knight.
Does it seem odd
That's
to
why
anyone
I've been
else?
eating so much celery.
So we know that Discovery has a brig.
Yes.
They mention that the rest of the crew is in the brig.
Why hasn't Giorgio?
Which means that the brig must be fucking huge.
I was gonna say, how big of a brig is this
See,
brig?
what I would be doing if I was taking over the ship, if I was Zara or Osyraa and I was taking over the ship, I would put the rank and file crew into the shuttle bay. But they couldn't do that because they knew that they needed to have Book's ship crash into the shuttle bay, therefore killing the entire
Emergency
crew.
plan.
But like that's a big open place that would be fairly easy to secure because you just shut all the doors.
If only they had a
Well,
catwalk.
here's the thing though. It's a Starfleet ship. You cannot lock the door to the shuttle bay as we've established since TOS.
Accurate. Where's Jet been? I missed her this episode.
Yeah.
Jet's dead.
No!
But the fact that they just have like the rest of the bridge crew chilling in some room under guard versus putting them behind a force field.
Yeah.
They were under guard, which is a fucking rarity.
True.
That's true.
The guard were morons.
But under absolutely incompetent guard.
Well, because, I did just picture that because you said that. I just pictured Jet just wandering onto the bridge with her black licorice.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I was gonna say with a
who
snack.
the fuck are you? And she's like, what'd I miss?
That would be awesome.
That would be Discovery's humor. Entirely out of place.
Linus pops in. He's like, "This isn't the brig."
Okay, if the payoff for the fucking Linus gag had been he saves the day by popping in unexpectedly, that actually I might have had respect
Like
for
that frilled lizard when he realizes he can just go through the bars of the cage
Yes!
in Rescuers Down
Yeah.
Under.
Perfect thing is we're just on the bridge, and Zara's just standing there, and then Zara just explodes
Because Linus
beamed into his
Yes!
face. And Linus is there covered in guts. He's like, "Did I do that?"
Well, no, this isn't the mess hall. It's
But
the
it is
messy-
a mess. Or like,
Don't laugh closer to the microphone.
he's pointing it downward at least.
Yeah, I'm pointing to the table.
This isn't the mess I was hoping for.
Go outside and laugh.
I thought maybe
Poor
pointing...
Chris. Everybody's giving Chris such a hard time today.
I just felt like if I pointed my face down, but no, it did not
Chris,
help.
you can laugh in whatever direction you want. You don't let these people
man.
fucking...
Okay, but then when you edit the thing, turn the
I
volume
will.
down.
Yeah, do that.
I try to
Poor
remember.
Linus.
Doo-doo.
Haha.
Doo-doo. I love it.
Okay, speaking of payoffs that don't pay off,
Oh.
we get that the end moment of the episode is when the spore data, the sphere data, too many similar words. The sphere data has put itself into a bunch of dots and shown up to save the day.
Oh, I hate it.
Now,
That
I
was
did
terrible.
forget, because I remember when I first watched this thing, it was like, Deus Ex Machina, fuck these fucking things to death.
I hate it.
There's no way that they have made this...
Where'd they come from? Why do they look like that? What the fuck?
What the fuck? That the payoff isn't there. I did forget that it is the sphere data in there. And sphere data has technically been around.
Yeah,
but they haven't built it at all.
I definitely misremembered. I thought they leaned on sphere data way more this season than they do. I guess must be a next season
there
thing.
was literally that one reference when the sphere data. God damn it! Spore data recommends watching Buster Keaton, and that's been kinda it.
Yeah,
And when we saw it early in the episode, like, oh well, we've taken over the entire ship. We've replaced their Windows 95 with our Linux.
But there's some bullshit we can't delete.
Would be Linux.
And they then it's like, but we can't overwrite this one file.
Yeah.
And then they show it's an old tiny movie, and we know, the ship likes those movies. Oh boy, oh my god.
Is Linux what's her name uses in fucking Jurassic
That's a,
Park.
No, it's
that's a
Unix.
Unix system.
Oh, this is Unix.
I know this.
I know this.
I have
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
I have no actual knowledge or strong opinion on Linux. I just
Linux
wanted to
is
say
fine.
they
I
would use Linux.
daily. Anyway, we can talk about Linux another time.
Please no.
I was gonna
So
say, do we
boring.
have
Off
to?
the air, he means, I assume.
You guys can chat Linux off the air.
Oh, I don't know.
And
Preferably when Ames and I are not here.
I will tune the fuck out.
But
Dots.
Yeah, the dots. The CG was bad.
Why do I say that?
They were bad.
They look like
CG,
they
I
should.
thought.
Yeah, the CG was terrible. But also, like, it looked like the Sphere Data was like a big anime fan. Like, or something. Like, they just looked, and it was like...
Oh, that's just what the dots have looked like all season.
Well, I fucking hate it. I hate the way they look.
I do also hate the way.
No, that's
I
fair,
agree
but
with
she
that.
didn't...
Because it doesn't look
the Sphere
real. It's
Data,
not a realistic... None of
Sphere
that
Data-
aesthetic...
The Sphere Data didn't make them look like that. They already looked
Well,
like that.
regardless, I don't feel like that fits the aesthetic of literally anything else that we've seen.
Well, I think it's because they're the 30-whatever century dots, so they were just given them by...
Their heads do float unconnected
Yeah.
to their bodies like any other
They're,
fucking ships of
they're a
cells.
bit Eevee.
Well, I hate it.
So Michael
So
sends
much.
out a distress beacon.
Oh, yeah, the map.
A very direct, like, instead of like just a general SOS, it's a, hey Ma, can you help?
Well, it's because she knows it's a lost cause, and the Co-op Malat might be.
Ah.
She should have said.
I did find it
It's all is
interesting
lost.
in that scene that Michael, like... And I wonder how much she means this, but she seems to have left some room in her understanding of the universe that maybe there is an afterlife, which is, like, kind of surprising for Michael.
It's wildly illogical.
And it's like, has that always been there, or is this a recent development?
Oh, I thought it was a joke because they go to the future sometimes.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Is at first that's what I thought, but then she's like, maybe Dad will be there. And I was like, wait, is she? That's interesting. Yeah, we barely actually talked about her in this one. I enjoyed her stuff in this, even if it was just Die Hard in space.
Yeah,
But
she did alright.
Yeah, that Mayday does turn from a Mayday into like weird poetic shit, and like that tracks from Michael.
Yeah, that's
she's
Michael.
live
Every
journaling.
one of her logs are her having like some kind of
But are they
introspective
setting
thing.
up another Deus Ex?
Probably.
Mama?
We'll see next week. 'Cause I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I really forgot they nuked Rin.
I remembered
did
that. I
too.
remembered Rin getting nuked.
Yeah.
I only the thing is I forgot why, which is why
Yeah.
last week I was like, clearly Rin is going to be a saboteur
Mm.
because there's no other reason why Osyraa would be able to track Discovery and never has tracked any other thing into the Federation HQ before. God
Yeah.
damn it!
I also had stuff backwards. I thought last week's episode was going to be happening like this week.
Last week's being the Sukal episode.
Yeah, like I kind of thought these.
I mean, it kind of still is because we do
Yeah,
have to finish
I
that
guess-
whole plot. Of
But I thought like they didn't
There
even
was like an
get.
A and B plot, or
Well, like I think I thought that the last 3 episodes were going to be 2 episodes and more interwoven. So,
So
like-
I knew last week's episode was called Sukal, and that was a hint.
Yeah, well, I was. I don't know the episode title until we say it at the end of
In the
this.
spreadsheet.
No, I know.
Chris.
I look at the week we're recording to see what week I need to watch, and I leave it at that.
And I don't know until
I
Chris
tell
sends
her,
me
yeah.
his weekly message that, hey, by the way, this is the episode this week.
So yes, I'm always up on what the next one is, but I don't look ahead. Especially with this show, because like I'm trying to go in as pure as possible, having already seen it. So
How
Well,
you've
for me,
already seen it, so you're
Yeah.
counting on yourself to have forgotten
Yeah,
the
but,
whole
well,
for
song.
me, it's
I
like
mean,
it's the
to be
first
honest,
time every time. You
I
know,
forget a lot. I've forgotten a lot about this show.
yeah, things Jake has forgotten.
forgotten, repressed.
You were just telling me something that happens next season.
Oh,
so.
I remember some things, but I don't remember.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I'm like I'm trying not to fill in stuff I know I have like discarded.
Unlike, I've seen these Discovery episodes one time, whereas I've seen every TNG and DS9 and Voyager episode at least 4 times. So it's like there's less.
And Caitlin has now seen every DS9 episode 78 times.
That's right.
6 or 7.
That's more than
including Prophet and
that's
Lace.
more than me.
Oh my.
I've probably watched Prophet and Lace the least of all of them, but
That's
I've probably watched
a
it
good
at least
choice.
4 times.
What about Distant Voices?
Is that the one where Julian's old?
Yeah.
Oh god, that
Um,
fucking
I- okay.
Ripe old
Skip
age of
that
30.
one.
I think this last watch through was the first time I skipped that.
Wow.
Like I know that Prophet and Lace is more philosophically reprehensible than Distant Voices, but Distant Voices is a more painful watch.
I don't know. Like I said, by this time I've seen Prophet and Lace so many
Stockholm Syndrome,
times
we
that
said
I'm
this.
kind of like it's not so bad.
Anyway, back to Discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, her whole thing with Stamets. was
that
fascinating.
Michael's
scene was
thing with Stamets?
heartbreaking.
That's a good scene.
It is. It is. That.
Like, holy shit. Like, Stamets screaming from in that pod.
Yeah.
We have to go back to the future. No, fuck you. We have to go back, Michael. I've decided Adira is my child. We have to go back.
I just can't believe that Michael, I mean...
Well, because they have responsibilities to the Federation.
Yeah, but that's bullshit,
Well, not
man.
just that, though. Like, here's the thing. Keeping Stamets on Discovery is not going to be... Like, because, A, they're not going to go back to the Nebula, regardless of what he thinks.
Yeah.
Because the ship has been taken over. Like,
Yeah.
But he's in charge of jumping. Couldn't he just
Well,
jump?
yeah, but you don't want to jump... Like, great, you've jumped. There's no one to help you go get these people you want to get.
But you jump, and Osyraa is still stuck in fucking HQ, and then she's at their mercy because there's nothing there.
The ship is full of enemy combatants.
Yeah, and they're fucking stupid from the look of it.
He doesn't know that.
Of course he does. He thinks everyone
and the rest
is
of the crew,
stupid.
other than the bridge crew, because they also don't know at this time that the bridge crew has broken out and is retaking the ship. They also don't know that the rest of the crew has been taken off the ship.
Like this, I was thinking that. Like, they actually did a really good job this time of... Because shows of all stripes do this constantly, is like... They'll kind of forget that not every character knows everything. And I feel like this is a time when they avoided stumbling into... Like, they don't know the situation beyond what they have.
Watching Stamets learn that Adira isn't on the ship was a very good moment.
Oh, God.
Although, there was one moment where I felt a little iffy on that, which is when Burnham... spaced the regulator, and everybody knew that Burnham was evidently in peril.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Everyone who was in the brig or wherever they were.
Yeah, because they were like watching on some kind of computer controller or something. Like.
Because they knew, they were hearing the reports that she was getting tracked down in the Jeffries tube.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how they
Oh, right, because what's his name was Zara was doing like a...
They were doing the whole McClane and...
What
the fuck was his name in that movie?
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, but...
Hans
Gruber
Hans
thing,
Gruber, there it is.
That's what it made...
Alan Rickman as himself.
I would like to see Reginald Vell Johnson? The guy from... Family Matters and Die Hard. He'd make a good, not evil admiral.
The guy from Family Matters and Die Hard.
I mean...
It's true, yeah. I mean, that I can't
and
think of
Pretty
him
Woman, and I think Crocodile Dundee.
Does he always play a cop? Because I feel
no, he often plays a limo driver.
Well, twice a limo driver, twice a cop, so... Anyway.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, you know.
One thing, though, and I feel like we may have talked about this last season, because of it. Why? Why can you set a phaser to overload? Who decided that needed to be a thing?
I mean, is it just an error thing? Like, is it...
No, because you can purposely, it
has come in handy on a few occasions.
It has, but, what? I remember the first time I think we ever see it is way, way back in... Fuck, it's, my favorite TOS episode, and I can't think of the title. But the one with...
For the planet the world is hollow, and I have touched the sky.
No, the one with the Shakespeare troupe.
All the world's a stage.
Conscience of the
King. That's it.
I think that's the first time we see it, because they set one to overload and hide it behind Kirk's red alert light. And then ever since then, it's it's a thing they can do, but it's who decided that was a good idea?
Maybe it's just maybe it has an auto fire setting, and if you leave that pushed down, it just is too much.
You leave the shutter closed and...
Yeah, but even this one though, unlike all the others, has an explicit countdown light timer on it.
Warning, this will blow up
if
you don't cut it out.
The energy, like a warning light.
Warning.
Hey, you're running kind of hot here.
Yeah, but I feel like it should be way harder to do it on purpose. Make it so that your gun will explode.
Well, I just think even in Star Wars, you can overheat the blasters. So you'd think it would be the same idea. It's just too much use in too little time.
But the thing is, it's one thing to run out of ammunition. It's another to have it I can set this gun to become a bomb.
I mean, the one I know that with a real gunpowder gun.
Yeah.
The way to make it do that is to stick your finger in the barrel when somebody fires,
and then it causes their beak to go back over their face, and they have to turn it around.
Exactly.
It's just so.
And
weird.
it makes the gun kind of curl up backwards.
Yeah,
the barrel.
Banana.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's this one recurring Star Trek thing that I'm why?
Yeah, there are some of the tech and stuff in Star Trek does.
It's like it's designed to be dangerous.
Oh, Jake's trying to segue, but I
That
have
was
one
so
last
good.
thing. It was so good, Jake.
I
so
actually
sorry.
didn't pick up on it for once.
What was your?
My one last thing. This is the episode where Michael and Book say they love
Yes,
each other.
it's her second time being in love because
and
we
it's
know she's
out
not.
of place. They're like, "This is the worst time to say this," and I'm like, "Yes, it is."
That was her deepest, darkest secret.
Yes, it was.
It reminds me of when I played Dragon Age and I was in this huge
Yes.
fight where we were surrounded by hostiles and Alistair suddenly is like, I found this rose and I thought of you because it was something beautiful growing in adversity or whatever. And I was like,
Not now,
Alistair,
sweetie.
not now. There's literally a guy behind you, like still chopping, like,
track
you know,
for Alistair.
furiously. Like, this isn't it.
I actually did have one other thing that I know. It was kind of like, I assume Nilsson's actor was sick. Because there was this random brunette with the bridge crew who had a couple of lines, and I was like, you were supposed to be Nilsson, weren't you?
Jake assumed they were going to kill her off. Because
Yeah, right.
she's
It's
an
like
unnamed
it's like
bridge
it
person.
was like Ensign Ricky.
Yeah, I was waiting for that too, because I was just like, who the fuck are you? And again, I assume something went wrong with scheduling.
Next week it's going to be replaced with Nilsson.
And everyone's and no one's gonna like mention that random brunette is gone.
Yeah, well, because it's like okay, we have this intrepid crew of people that are gonna take back the ship, and it's Tilly and Detmer and Oo and
Ensign.
That guy.
and the two guys that are there and tap 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 no Morse code.
That actually though, that you mentioned that in passing too. I did enjoy that they were like, you thought they're doing the old stupid Morse code thing, but actually it was with the intent of the guards noticing.
Yeah, they weren't trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
They were just trying to cause havoc.
Yeah.
It, like, I think one of them even says, like, "What were you tapping?"
Keep tapping. Yep.
That's clever. I like that.
I was hoping though that it would turn out to not be Morse code, and instead what they would do is just start doing like a stomp sort of thing, where like everybody starts joining in the tapping, and the guard's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then somebody comes in with a broom and smacks the guard, and
oh my god, there is some kind of Andorian Blue Man Group joke there that I'm not finding.
Yes.
Well, one final note, because I realize this is on my card as well. In the Galactic Armistice Proposal, we see the longest star date that we've seen in franchise history.
Oh, wow.
17 numbers.
Close. Not that close. 29141429.1.
Oh, that is a clunky boy.
That is a stutter.
Why after the burn they're still using the same date system? Or why when the dates get this fucking long they're
Well, we
still
also
using the
know
same
that there
date
is
system?
zero rhyme or reason to the dates
Yeah.
because we have seen multiple times where subsequent episodes will go back in time and jump ahead in time. So, like, the Stardate system, it's not a linear progression of numbers. It's
I'm
something
curious
else.
because I know when I was looking into this, that someone said like, "Oh yeah, well they did the same thing on TOS," but that's also because TOS, when they shot episodes and then released episodes, they were often entirely flip-flop order. It was just whatever episode is ready to air that week.
Yeah.
So they were just entirely out of order regardless. So I wonder if you actually put them in whatever order they were being written in, perhaps, if there's more sense there. I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever thought of it.
So 2 last little things for me that I wrote down that I just want to say. They don't matter, but I don't care. Worf would love Book's ship because it has ramming mode built in. Like, Worf's only complaint with that scene is they didn't actively ram the ship. They just flew into the shuttle bay. And,
It was a Final Frontier reference.
Oh, I wonder if it was. And then what I called Yeoman Rand first aid, when Michael cauterized a wound with a phaser set to a low setting.
Set to wound.
Yes.
Can you go back to that segue somehow, smoothly and perfectly, Jake?
Just introduce it.
Just introduce it. Okay. Moving on, we have another blogtivity this week. And this week's blogtivity is going to be various technology that we see in science fiction, which is a damn broad fucking category, so we'll see how tenuous this all becomes. Discounting, I think weapons will be their own week, and I think robots will be their own week, but there's still plenty of tech to go around.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have some items that can be used as weapons, and maybe even their primary use as a weapon, but they're also used for other purposes.
Paperclip?
Coffee maker?
You bet. Well, I'll start with one, and you'll tell me if this is not a good example.
It's likely something that can work for both, which is fun. We've had things that work on multiple levels
let's
before.
Start with the classic, the original. I think the indisputably king of cool sci-fi tech the humble lightsaber.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the hoverboard.
I think of that as a weapon first and foremost.
Oh, it is a weapon first and foremost, but
and you can cut into a tauntaun.
You can cut into a tauntaun. You can use it is a universal tool with many purposes.
I mean, as long as that tool is cutting.
It's a Leatherman.
It's a great.
It's a Jedi Leatherman
piece of kit.
Yeah, see, I kept that one off my list because I think of that as like 98% weapon.
That's definitely a weapon. You're cheating.
I wasn't told that it couldn't do weapons.
Do you not read the group chats?
Oh, Jake's not in the group chat.
I don't follow group chat.
Jake doesn't follow the group chat.
Yeah, no, we're saving weapons for a separate week.
Sorry,
well,
Jake. I thought I told you.
Of my list.
Are you kidding?
I got a lot I could lend you, it turns out.
Oh.
I separated out by franchise. I got so upset.
Holy shit.
Like, at first I thought, oh man, I'm going to have trouble thinking of oh my, I just kept fucking coming. So for me, I would say the perhaps greatest piece of sci-fi tech ever, or at least one of the most famous.
The hoverboard?
The 3 seashells from Demolition Man. Well, I also kept out vehicles because we did vehicles last week.
Is that technology? Or is it just 3 seashells?
Well, we don't know what it is.
So we don't know how it works.
So it might
also,
be a technology.
All right, I guess.
So can we not use weapons?
Not until next week. Or the week after.
Couple weeks from now.
What about vehicles?
We did last week.
Already.
I know, but can we use a cool vehicle as a thing this week too?
I mean, it's redundant.
Is it the
Unless it's a vehicle we forgot last week, because we forgot
on
a
that
bunch.
list.
Okay, speaking of something that I think qualifies better as tech than a vehicle, and that we forgot to bring up last
3
week.
seashells.
What if it's part of a vehicle?
Maybe.
Like a Mr. Fusion, for example?
Literally that example.
Oh,
that's fine. Yeah,
okay,
that
but you were
counts.
gonna
That's off my list.
No, 3 Fusions is a good one. I also had that on my list because it's really good. In fact, what's the food thing that hangs from the ceiling from that movie from Back to the Future?
Oh, I don't know if they ever give it a
I don't
name.
think they call
I love that thing too.
That's fun.
I like the Black and Decker
Rehydrator.
Yeah, rehydrator.
Yeah,
the
that
pizza thing.
I feel like you might even see a big Mr. Fusion attached to a building at some point, but I might be making that up, so don't quote me.
Alright, so we got Mr. Fusion off the list. The
That's
thing I wanted to bring up that we didn't bring up last week, that rocket pack from the Rocketeer.
That was on my list, and I was not going to mention it because I was told we couldn't do vehicles.
But we didn't bring it up for vehicles.
Well, technically a vehicle has doors and
You got anything?
Yeah, I think Universal Translator fucking rules.
That's a Star Trek thing. We exclude.
Don't they have that in other? Oh wow! Suddenly you're really fucking big on the rules.
Well,
huh?
I'm being fucked by the rules, so yes.
It's not.
I get fucked by the rules. We all get. Fucked
They're not the only ones that have it.
You need but they're not called the Universal Translator.
Fine, whatever.
So what is it called in the other thing?
I don't know.
Is it called Translator Microbes or the Babel Fish?
Babel Fish is the one I was thinking of.
I have the Babel Fish on my list.
It was really called that.
Is
that from
the Babel Fish rather?
Is that from
Hitchhiker's Guide?
Yeah, I love that. I want that thing. Because that would just be so cool. Like, not even... Like, obviously, once we're talking aliens and shit, that'd be great. But, like, just in general, it would be awesome. Like, imagine... Outside of just being able to, like... First of all, like... I'm, like, all over myself right here, right now. At my job, we have a ton of people that, like, do cleaning around. Mm-hmm. They clean... Like, there's... My boss... or the company or whatever owns like 3 buildings, and they work in all 3 buildings, and they are almost all exclusively Portuguese speaking. And so every time I want to speak to them, I have to like type some shit into Google Translate and show it to them. And it would be so much easier if we had the Babelfish.
I would say from the selfsame franchise, the titular guide.
Oh yeah, from the Hitchhiker's Guide.
Which basically in retrospect is Wikipedia. But
sorry, at the time it was Encarta.
Yeah,
Encarta.
But that's a bit of fun. I also enjoy their variant on the old sci-fi standby of cloaking device, the somebody else's problem field, where it doesn't actually make the vehicle or building or whatever you've attached it to invisible. It just makes you not worry about it. It's somebody else's problem.
There's a folk singer that I discovered when I was in high school who had a song about talking, I think it was about alcohol and how, like, you'll still have your problems, but you just won't care. It's that.
It's very similar, yes.
Love it. Love that.
Yeah, I also thought from Hitchhikers, while we're on kind of a little Hitchhiker's tangent, the infinite probability drive is fucking fascinating and hilarious. Like, it's such good jokes in all of its media. That's a good one.
I'm waiting for the Gargle Blaster myself. I know it doesn't necessarily count as tech, but I'm ready to have myself a damn good Gargle Blaster.
I love
Lucy.
that ridiculously OP photo scanner from Blade Runner.
Enhance.
Yeah, it takes Enhance to a whole new level. You can look in a mirror and somehow turn a corner.
Oh, yes,
that is so good.
Ridiculous.
Well, isn't that based on some science about the way like light passes shit and how?
Yeah,
like...
but a camera doesn't pick that up.
No, of course not. But like the idea, the concept at least of it is based in
very loosely in reality. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then of course there's the Voight-Kampf, which is a delightfully weird thing. With its strange bellows. Why does it have bellows?
See, I think all the best tech from Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep are in the short story and don't make the movie, which is a fucking crying shame. Because I think the Penfield mood organ is fucking fascinating. Like, that's just very cool that you can just dial in. I'll feel depressed today. Yeah. Sure. Why would you pick that?
They literally, I want to say, it's been a while since I read it, but I feel like Deckard, like, schedules an argument. Like, him and his wife are going to have an argument, and then they're going to make up, and that is just scheduled by the machine.
That's because the fucking is good when you argue.
Yeah, there's some fun. That book is so weird.
It's so weird, and I do wish some of the weirdness made it into the movie, because the movie's already got a lot going on. But the specifically missing is the sheep. The fucking...
Justice for
the electric sheep?
But that may make my... When we talk robots in the future.
Yeah.
Because sheep are so fun.
Alright, I've made it my new list.
Okay, I'm sorry you had to make a new list, Jake.
That's okay.
That's my fault for not being the correct secretary for this podcast.
Tell me if this counts as a weapon.
Okay.
Everything counts as a weapon.
I say everything's a weapon if you use it that way. The portal gun from Portal.
No,
that's not a weapon. That's a tool.
I mean, it could be a weapon.
It's a gun!
If you pushed somebody through the portal into, like, a lava, but...
I would say it's like...
But even then, that's not a weapon. That's not its point. It's a transport.
I used it to send...
Wheatley into
the moon.
Space!
Dave Johnson here.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's
also
very such an interesting dynamic to the video game.
Oh my god, that game is...
It makes it for like very interesting puzzle solving.
Yeah.
Like that's a cool kind of addition for it.
This is probably gonna be considered a weapon, but I'll say it anyway. The neuralizer from Men in Black.
No, it's not a weapon. It's on my list.
It erases your brain.
That's not necessarily a weapon, though.
It doesn't kill you, though.
I guess
it's on my list as well. So
yeah, it was on mine. I would say
lightsaber can kill you.
I guess
so the brain thing could kill you. Could render you brain dead.
That is a risk if you do it too much, I think Kay says. But in theory, it's not supposed to be a weapon. Yes, you could weaponize it, but it's like we said, use anything wrong. That's in an episode of King of the Hill, of all things. They find like some old indigenous artifact, and Hank wants to like act like it was a weapon or something, so he's asking John Redcorn about it. He's like, yeah. And John Redcorn explained with it, actually, it's like some kind of tool. He said, well, you could use a weapon, right? It's like, I mean, and he goes, well, I mean, yeah, but you could say the same thing about a lot of stuff then.
Well, and the idea of like the difference between poison and medicine is in dosage, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Well,
some poison is just always poison. But yes, I know what you mean.
Well, no, but like, for example, I mean, you listen to Small Town Murder.
Yeah.
Everything we eat, or not everything, but lots of things we eat have cyanide in them. But
yeah, no, I know. I was just being a wise ass.
Well, fine. I have more thoughts. Do I get to have more thoughts?
Have more thoughts.
It's somebody else's turn.
Have a thought.
I like any of these sort of like put your body in the tube and go somewhere else things. Like I really like, for example, Assassin's Creed. I like being able to go backwards in time
to
your
Animus.
bloodstream or whatever. Yeah, the Animus. I like that. I like the idea of the thing from Avatar that like makes you into an avatar.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't remember what that's called or if they even give it a name. But yes,
something unobtainium. I don't know.
But yeah, the Avatar of Fire.
And then what was the other thing? I also like them in that like jacking into the internet sort of way, like Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And I guess the Matrix is kind of like that. Not that that's a choice, not that it's a good thing, but it is a thing. Like San Junipero, is that what that episode's called?
Yeah.
The Black
Well, that's like a huge Black Mirror trope. Like half the episodes are jacking.
But it's
jacking in and
I
jacking
have seen
on.
exactly 3 episodes of Black Mirror.
And they all
San
love VR.
Junipero, or whatever. Oh, that's true. Yeah, and the Star Trek ones. So but like I love that. Like if I could escape from my terrible life and go into a video game of some kind, that'd be fucking awesome.
What if it's a terrible video?
Well, it'd probably still be better than whatever the fuck this is.
So I've actually got...
No offense, you guys are great.
I've got 3 different things that are tangentially related.
Cool.
Because in both Snow Crash and the Sprawl trilogy, you've got...
Snow Crash and the Sprawl sounds like a weird band.
Kind of. In both of them, the internet is like fully virtual. And you jack into it in Snow Crash. It's just called the Metaverse, which is what Zuckerberg stole the name from.
What a cool guy.
Yeah, what a dork. And that one's interesting because, like, that one actually really predicted, like, you know, people have different quality avatars depending on how much money they've spent on them. So that was a bit prescient. In the Sprawl trilogy, they've got cyberspace decks. And what's interesting with that one is, like, whereas in Snow Crash, the Metaverse is fully VR. Like, in the Sprawl books, you're still, like, you're in there with a headset, but you're also still, like, manipulating a lot of stuff with your keyboard and stuff, so it's a weird hybrid-y thing.
I want to be doing it all with my brain. I don't want any keyboards. I want to be fully hooked up.
Yeah, and then...
Similar to that, I will also say the passive dream machine from Inception is kind of fascinating.
Oh, yeah,
I've never seen Inception.
We're aware.
It's good. There's also in Cyberpunk 2077, their version of VR is brain dances. And what's interesting about those is they're not written. A real person has to, like, record their sensations and experiences, and then other people can experience them, and you can experience literally everything they did.
It's kind of like that Star Trek thing, right? Where the people were in Voyager when there's, like, stealing, like, when Tuvok, like...
Oh, stealing emotions or whatever.
Yeah, like
it's
that.
kind of like that, yes. But yeah, so this is like a crazy super VR. Which actually, now that I think of it, there's something vaguely similar in, I think, Sprawl Trilogy, where you can experience someone's experiences through VR.
Well, better Super VR than Super VD, I always say.
Well, that's why you had VR sex in Demolition Man.
This is just sounding an awful lot like Total Recall and the device used to implant someone's memories.
I forgot about that one. It's kind of obvious. But yes, there's a lot of variants on VR in science fiction.
I think the difference with, like, the Total Recall is that in this case you are actually experiencing the events.
I thought you were going to say beige.
You're experiencing the beige, or you might be experiencing it might be a beige, we don't know. But whereas in, like, Recall, it's just like you just get the memory of having done it, which is still very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a different approach to it. I got one. Actually, I got a bunch.
Tell me if this counts as a weapon.
This probably counts. This probably does count as a weapon, but I'm going to mention it anyway because fuck you all, and I wanted to bring this one up.
Fair.
The Devo Chamber from Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Oh, that's what? Interesting. That
thing, the devolution thing that turns you into dinosaur things.
It can devolve.
Oh,
but only your head.
That's a torture device?
It's like...
Is that a weapon? What do you define that as?
I don't know. But yeah, it basically...
Cruel and unusual.
It's King Koopa, or President Koopa, I should say.
Yes.
In that movie. President Koopa has a device...
Is that Dennis Hopper?
It is.
God, that's awful.
That you can stick your head in, and you can either evolve, or you can't actually evolve.
Yes, you can.
Because they made the
Two Idiots
smart.
What did that look like?
But
they look the
same. They just became smart.
Who was it? Goomba? Who did he test it on?
It was the two, like...
Couple of lackeys.
They were Koopa,
Fisher Stevens and some other guy.
But otherwise, it can turn your head into a dinosaur head.
Well, the body does change because Toad gets remarkably taller and beefier.
Oh, that's just because of the prosthetics in the movie.
Yes, but it does ostensibly change the whole body. We just only see the head.
I'd say for budgeting reasons.
That is in a gray enough zone that I'd say it counts.
Yeah,
for this.
I would count that more as tech than as specifically a weapon.
Yeah, I mean you're definitely using it to harm someone, but
that's because you're Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, everything's a weapon in his hands, especially ski-doos or whatever.
I wonder why they called the smokers. Oh, they all smoke. Wild.
Oh, our chat about the neuralizer from Men in Black made me think of, or maybe scroll up in my list too, the Laguna Inc. memory wiper from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Never seen it, but I
so
vaguely know the premise.
I would recommend.
Fair. Men in Black also, as we know from Agent K's speech, Velcro, microwave ovens, and liposuction, as he says.
Those are real things, Chris.
I know, but apparently we got it from aliens.
Oh, okay.
So does it count as sci-fi tech?
No, I just wanted to bring it up because they use Velcro just like Enterprise ended up doing a few years later.
To Chris that a microwave oven is real.
I refuse.
We have one in this house.
I refuse to believe those aren't magic. No, I just wanted to bring up the Velcro thing because of Enterprise.
Okay.
I got one. It's a cool one, I think. the what if machine
Yay!
from Futurama.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of good shit
There
in
is,
Futurama.
there is.
Like, anything Professor Farnsworth invents, like, has the potential to be fucking great.
Actually, Caitlin, when you said tubes that send you places, I thought you were going to talk about the transport tubes
Yeah,
from
me too.
Futurama.
Like the pneumatic tubes?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love those, too. I mean, I don't know that I want to ride around in one, but just in general, I wish
I
the
do.
pneumatic tubes were a thing still
I
more
want
than just
that.
at the bank.
I would definitely fuck up like Fry and go face first into a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike him, I would die.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, but that would kill you, so that
Yeah.
would be bad, actually.
That's why I don't want to do it, is what I mean. Like,
Oh,
I
gotcha.
would fuck it up and hurt myself.
Well, I would assume that they would make it a little harder to fuck up.
What's your favorite Futurama invention, and why is it the thing longer?
That is
That's a
pretty
classic.
The what?
The thing longer.
I don't remember.
It's from the first What If Machine episode. It turns out the whole thing was just, what if I had invented the thing longer, and the whole episode hadn't happened.
It's so clever. I love that show so much.
It's just a glove with one very long finger.
So you can poke something from across the room. It's really good.
Farnsworth is a weird man.
Huge with proctologists.
Ooh.
Is the Angry Dome tech? Because I always wanted an Angry Dome.
That could be tech. I'm sure there's a soundproofing element.
Didn't they have suicide booths in that show?
Yes, those are becoming real.
It's a great tech.
I mean, it is interesting tech. I mean, it definitely would serve a purpose. Much like the smelloscope.
Yes.
Oh, God. Scope. I want the Willy Wonka TV that gives me fucking candy bars.
Yes!
Mm,
Wow!
WonkaVision.
Give me that shit.
I didn't think
want
of
it.
that.
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Give me. Well, I only thought of it because she said smelloscope. I wouldn't have thought about it otherwise.
I didn't think about Willy Wonka at all. He's
I
got
was
all
gonna
kinds of
because
crazy
Willy
gizmos.
Wonka really, I don't think of it as being sci-fi. But if he's
kinda
not a
is.
fucking mad scientist, I don't know what he
I
is.
mean, the second one, very explicitly, they go to space and fight aliens.
Oh, in the Great Glass Elevator.
Interesting.
I never,
Yeah.
I never read it.
I mean, even just like the everlasting gobstopper.
Yeah.
like
That's
how'd
an
you do
interesting
that?
tech.
That's the thing, that man...
Candy itself is tech.
That man was doing, what do they call it? Fucking
Madness.
culinary gastronomy or whatever.
Mm.
That pretentious food science stuff before it was cool.
In which
Oh,
most
the-
everything is Jello now.
Jello and, like, edible smoke.
Foams.
Foams,
Yeah,
yeah.
they like
Oh,
they
they
like
love a
foams,
foam.
and they like to make like little boba pearls
Yeah.
out of random shit.
Yeah.
I love that. That feels like science fiction, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love watching them do that shit.
I would
So
ask you
cool.
guys if you've seen the menu before, but I want to also finish this fucking blogtivity. But
that-
watch the menu; it's very cool.
Okay.
It's got Anya Taylor-Joy in it.
Okay,
She's
that
excellent.
movie. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the trailer.
It's quite interesting.
So we've got. I will leave one aside because I would say it's probably a weapon. But in Ghostbusters, we have the PKE and Gigameter, the latter of which would appear as a prop in Star Trek
I don't know
6.
what either of them do.
They both help detect ghosts.
Yeah,
I
ghost,
got- okay,
ghost
gotcha.
detection.
Well,
Are
what
you-
about
are you-
the? Go ahead.
No, I'm none.
No. Oh.
Are
I'm
you
sorry,
saving the
Ames.
proton pack for weapons?
Yes.
Because I'm curious if that's actually
Yeah,
a weapon.
I struck it from my
Okay,
list.
you struck it from your list. Okay, well, foreshadowing.
Yes.
We will likely discuss
Let's
this
say-
in a
But what
month.
about the trap though?
The trap. Yeah,
That is on here as like a gray area kind of. The trap
I'm
and the
thinking-
containment unit.
Well, I'm thinking that's part of the proton
No, the
pack.
proton.
No,
pack
it's a
is
separate
That's the gun.
thing.
Oh,
That's just
I'm-
the thing they shoot
The
them with.
proton
I
pack is
understand
the
now.
thing that you don't cross the stream.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm confusing which technology is called which thing then. I thought that you meant the proton pack as the containment.
No, the
device.
containment unit and the trap are separate items
Ah.
that all
See,
kind of work in
I don't think
concert.
those are really weapons.
Those are Briggs.
those are jails.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
ghosts.
I want to say...
This wasn't the mess I wanted. Fucking Linus, that son of a bitch.
Like, I think in a video game they made like a combined proton pack trap, but in the films it's always explicitly two very separate
They did
devices.
do that, I remember.
Yeah, the proton pack just like keeps the ghost in place.
Yeah, it lassos them.
while you get the trap ready. But the proton pack can also just blast shit.
Yes, apparently. It's a nuclear reactor strapped to your back, which is insane.
Something else that you strap to your back,
Ooh.
or really just put on your whole body, is a still suit from Doom.
That's a
Oh,
good
fuck,
one.
yeah, that is
That's
a
a
good
good
You
one.
can pee and poop in it and then drink it. Just like
It's not
Vance.
bad for shit.
Yeah, Vance would love it.
Though speaking of Dune, speaking of Dunk,
Dune.
how about whatever the fucking Baron is using to fly around on?
Oh,
Is that just genetic engineering, or is that a device he uses?
No, it's a
It's a
device.
device.
Oh.
It's like a something vest.
I thought he could just fly.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
No, the thing is in the
repulsors or
that thing they never
No,
give.
he's
I don't.
fucking repulsive. That's for sure.
I don't think they say what they're called in the films. They do say what he's using in the books, but for the life of me, I don't remember.
And it's not just like the blood of young boys.
No, it's a device.
Suspensors.
There we go.
Suspensors?
Yeah.
Suspensors.
What the fuck? What a terrible. What the fuck was Frank Herbert doing?
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Oh yeah, good for him.
I don't know if he was doing it with the first book, but by the later books, he was doing a lot of drugs.
Good for him. You know.
Yeah, there's suspensor fields they use to kind of help. It's interesting because like
anything that floats around in Dune.
Yeah, because there's suspensor lights as well that will so a lamp that will follow you as you walk through somewhere, which is cool. It's interesting because in the book, they never actually say the Baron is necessarily flying. He just uses them to make himself lighter because he's such a fat fuck. It's easier to walk.
I won't think that they call him the Flying Fat Man. Is that just the?
That's just the movie. Just the Lynch one, yeah.
Flying fat
So yeah, the idea that he was actually floating actually was first proposed for the planning stages for Jodorowsky's Dune that never happened. Then it became part of the Lynch one, and now it's in the new one. The idea that the Baron flies just became a thing because of the films.
That's interesting.
What are the things called, the shield things that you
No,
wear?
I was just thinking about those.
They're on my list too.
What are they called?
They're just shield belts.
Personal shield
The
belts.
slowed thing, the thing where you have to
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I was thinking of that
But
too.
the thing that's interesting about Dune is that all of this tech is all based on this one scientific principle that was made up for the for the thing, the Holtzman effect.
Yep.
And it's the same thing that for the suspensors and for the shield belts. It's all
fascinating.
It's all this field.
Yeah.
That they figured out how to tap into in Dune times.
Yeah, and the reason that suddenly everyone's fighting with knives again is because lasers do still exist. But if you laze a Dune shield, it causes an explosion greater than a bunch of nuclear bombs going off at once.
Holy shit.
So no one uses lasers for that reason.
Holy shit.
It's a Pyrrhic victory as fuck.
How about the juice of Sappho, aka, I assume, speed?
I think, is that hyper concentrated spice? I was never clear.
It sounds delicious.
Well, either way, it makes you smart as shit, apparently, or just makes your brain blown out so you can use all of it, which... I mean, I'm not saying that I want to do those drugs, but I think it's interesting that they exist. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of super drugs in Dune.
Yeah.
Is the function that you mentioned to Jake the same reason we can fold space?
I think
or is
that's
that a different thing?
It may be related, but I'm pretty sure that's just a special thing that...
It's related to the spice somehow.
Because I know I kind of brought that up last week in transportation, but it's also kind of
Actually, no. I think you're right. I think that might be the Holtzman...
Another use of it?
Another use of it. But yes, because I'm remembering now that in the ancient histories of Dune, that basically humans figured out how to fold space, but they couldn't figure out, they were just coming out at random points. So they invented supercomputers that could do the navigation for them. But then those computers revolted, or they became too smart. So thinking machines became banned, and that's why you have mentats, because they're basically doing all the calculations that a computer
fascinating
would do.
world this
but
is.
even the mentats couldn't figure out how to fold space, how to navigate folded space. But when you take the spice, you can actually see through space and time and know how to fold it, and that's what the navigators would do, is they would take spice, but over time it would mutate them into these vagina mouth things.
Why can't Discovery do this kind of world building?
Yeah, because they don't have 6 books and a lot of cocaine.
Well, also I feel like a lot of that history is from retconning that Brian Herbert did.
There's definitely in the first book mention of the Butlerian Jihad when they
I feel like we knew a lot of it, but
the explicit detail is spelled out later, but the ideas were always floating around there, and it's mentioned in a passing way.
And it's funny that so much of this comes from it's also just because I don't know, you always see the meme, it's Star Wars is just Dune for stupid people. And then you'll see the next one is but Dune is just Foundation for stupid people.
I'm glad you bring up Foundation, Jake, because there's stuff in Foundation that's really fun. The thing that I specifically like in Foundation, I think it's in the series, it's in like the first season or something, and that's that fucking space elevator, which I love so much. It's also the concept of space elevators is fascinating to me.
I love the idea of those.
So well done in the show.
I love the idea of those, but I can't imagine they'd actually be possible.
Yeah, it's a big plot in the first season of the show, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
There's some other cool tech in there. One of the ones I wanted to bring up was the well, they have personal shields, but we already talked about that.
Oh yeah, they also have that in Foundation.
But they have nanites that can just like heal you if you are grievously injured. Very cool.
Very cool. A couple other things, because I know if I brought up the time folding dealie, there's a couple other ways that we travel through time that I wouldn't call transportation, which we covered last week, but are their own kind of things. One of which being that ridiculous thing they built in Contact that allowed them to travel through like wormholes and shit.
It's like a Stargate almost.
It's like a Stargate, which is another form of transportation that's also tech that we kind of touched upon.
I struck that from my list because we covered it last.
We didn't cover the wormhole thing from Contact.
No, we did not. We also did not cover the sliding machine from Sliders.
That's a good one.
I was just talking about Sliders yesterday.
Delicious. Why?
I made a reference to it and then had to ask the person if they knew the show, and they didn't, so I had to explain Sliders.
And how it goes off the fucking rails.
I didn't get into that. I mostly just talked about the squeaky gate.
Yeah, but the sliding tech in Sliders is literally the impetus of the show.
Yeah,
and therefore they use it all the time, and it's very interesting.
Katarina!
Yeah, of course, the greatest piece of sci-fi tech.
Leonardo's
glider.
Yes. Here's a time travel tech. The Omega 13.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
What is that?
From Galaxy Quest.
Oh, derp, yeah.
Resets the universe by 13 seconds.
That's good. I didn't think of that.
I didn't either. That is good.
Nice one, Jake.
I don't know how this hasn't come up yet, because it's specifically not a weapon.
I think it's going to be the thing I thought you were going to bring up for the very first thing you mentioned.
The sonic screwdriver?
That's it.
Yeah.
When you're like, this is like the ultimate piece of tech. I'm like, Jake's going to say sonic screwdriver before Chris can say it. Nope, he's going a different way.
I actually forgot to put that on my list. I thought about it, but I was like, I had so many other more niche things I could think of.
I'd say another Doctor Who piece of tech that I
K9?
No, I hate
He's a robot.
He's a robot.
Separate episode.
You hate K9?
K9 is not great.
We can argue about K9 in the robot episode.
What the fuck?
I was gonna say the psychic paper.
Oh, that is fun.
The psychic paper is good.
What does it do?
It's basically
I don't know the show.
It's basically a blank piece of paper that the Doctor can hold up, and whoever's looking at it will just see whatever they want to see.
Like, he'll be like, I'm
with the FBI, and he'll hold up a blank piece of paper and be like,
Whoa.
oh, okay, yeah, that's an FBI.
That can be abused very easily.
Well, what's great about
the Doctor, of course.
It's something they came up with for the relaunch in 2005, because so many of the old show like story crutches were, who are you? And he's like, I'm the Doctor. You should trust me. And they'd spend a whole episode like not trusting him. And that's how you padded your episode. With this now, with the new one, he just shows up, holds up a paper, they see whatever they need to see to respect his authority, and we skip that whole thing.
I'm Eric Cartman.
Yeah. And I mean, and sometimes it doesn't work for one reason or another, but it was a nice way to smooth over. It was like how in TNG, they were like, okay, no more episodes that we're out of dilithium. We did that way too much in TOS. So it was the same kind of idea of like, leaned on this...
Until Discovery, when everybody's out of dilithium.
But we leaned on this way too much in the 60s and 70s. Let's not do it this time. What's fascinating about the sonic screwdriver is it literally was just a screwdriver at first. And then by new... Yeah.
The prop was a screwdriver?
Well,
no, but it literally was just designed...
for driving screws.
He picked up a screwdriver that he needed because he needed to unscrew something, but it was the future, so it was sonic instead of like just a. But then
now it's just the do anything.
Yeah, it
device.
kept getting more
Magic
and more
wand.
abilities over the decades, and now it's a fucking wand, basically.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
The last one from my list was the shrinking machine from Honey, I Shrunk
Oh,
the Kids.
I didn't think of that.
Too.
That's a good one.
Speaking of technology that could go horribly wrong in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Rick Moranis' fucking hands, apparently.
Well, it wasn't his fault. Like, it was his fault for not securing it.
Yeah.
But, like, the stupid kids were in the lab when they shouldn't have been. The second movie which I vaguely remember.
It's in a lab.
It's in like because in the first movie he's just like a struggling inventor
in his attic.
In the second movie he worked for like some mega corporation and he's built a giant one of these machines
that somehow his child gets to.
But instead of making the child smaller, it makes him bigger.
Yeah.
And then you have a baby one.
I guess the shrinking machine could go either way.
Yeah, because they had to fix the kid.
Because the whole point of it was that he was going to make really big food.
Oh, wasn't that a thing? Maybe. I mean, in reality, what he should have been focusing on was trying to find a way to narrow the beam so that you could just use it on genitals.
That's true.
Because that's how you'd make trillions.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm sure if you brought that to, like, Congress or something, it's like, look, on an invention. They'd be like, yeah, but can it only work on genitals?
Yeah, it sounds like Congress.
Does anybody remember, I didn't put this on my list, but it was something I thought of, from the Jetsons, the food that was just, I may be remembering this from, like, from, like, the Jetsons movie or something. There was, like, food that looked like a pat of butter, but it was a whole meal.
Maybe.
Oh, that's in a lot of things. Not necessarily the butter thing, but like this tablet is equivalent to. Blah,
I guess
blah, blah.
even the chewing gum from
Willy Wonka.
From Willy Wonka was the same thing.
Yeah, I think
in one of them. I wondered if it had the calories though, or if it just tasted of a meal.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good question.
But no, wait, wasn't it meant to be for?
The Gobstopper was meant for poor kids.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking of. So
But yeah, there's also, it might be Jetsons, someone definitely had a thing once where it was like, food pills, but then you would like put water on them and it would turn into the food.
Oh, that's cool.
I have one final one. It is possibly the most significant piece of sci-fi tech because it is fucking everywhere. The red light in a tube.
That is very, very true. Somebody needs to like make and manufacture and sell a desktop version of that. It's like,
I'm shocked they don't.
I would love one. I would love to have one.
Yeah, I'd have one.
Okay, a couple I want to make sure I bring up. Would we say the Dyson ring from Ring World is a piece of tech? It's a giant piece of tech.
Great vacuum.
But you need it to be very big to be your tech.
Well, what about, so if we did mention Foundation, what about the Prime Radiant?
What's that again?
That's the little device that tells you all of past and future.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah, that fucking... And it's cool looking, too.
It's very cool looking.
I love the shape of that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's basically a little computer that...
Sorry, I don't know all the names of all the things because Foundation is very dense. Like you said, if Dune is for intelligent people, Foundation is for fucking geniuses. A couple others I want to bring up. Would we count, or should I save this for our androids and AI discussion? The DRDs from Farscape.
Oh, they're very cute.
Because I love them to death.
They're robots.
They're when we do cover robots, it's going to be mostly androids.
Yeah. Well,
okay, I'll save them for androids, but I love them so much.
They're
Chris,
very cute.
Keep watching Farscape so that I can talk to you about them. In that case, I do want to bring a mention to the Epstein drive from The Expanse, which is what allows them to go very, very fast and colonize the solar system. But it's included in a short story, in a short intro chapter of one of the books, and I think there's a good teaser in one of the episodes of The Expanse, in which it's first tested, and it's such a great scene. I'm going to spoil this scene for y'all because fuck you. So it allows you to go super fast, but
not FTL.
But not FTL, but it did not include something that allows you to survive.
Oh no.
Going super, super fast. So the acceleration is literally killing the guy as he's going faster and faster because they haven't invented the juice yet, which is what they use in the Expanse to survive going this fast. And it's a whole chapter from this guy's point of view.
Oh no.
As he's going faster and faster and realizes, I can't physically lift my arm to press the button to turn it off.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no. They'll never find me because I'm going too fast. It's so fascinating, and it's such a well-written little chapter, and it's portrayed in the series very well.
Oh god, that feels like that episode of Voyager, but as a chapter of a book.
Yeah.
Well, if we're talking about Expanse, how about the proto-molecule?
Proto-molecule's super cool.
What does that do?
It is a alien technology that... What doesn't it do? It does horrible things. It mostly
mutates people into monsters.
It mutates people into monsters, but then it also reconfigures matter in order to create this Stargate type
it's like a big ring that connects you to anywhere else that this matter exists in a hub. It's really interesting.
What about the Sheikah slate?
Ooh, that's good! good.
Yeah, and the
what?
Purah
Oh, I
pad.
love that idea.
Yeah, from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
It's a little
How do you spell this?
Sheikah.
Oh, I had that written and I deleted
it is
it.
a tablet
She did, I
that
can
looks
confirm that.
suspiciously like a Wii U
Yeah,
hand controller.
Yeah, crazy
Curious.
that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That has all cool functions such as
It
a
does.
map, a camera. It can make bombs, but they're not really weapons. They're more used for blowing up rocks.
Freeze shit. Yeah,
It has it's more tool than weapon, so I
Yeah.
think we'll let that one go.
And
You can kill people with
magnets. It can freeze time of an object. It's got some neat usage.
Yeah, that's cool. It makes for great puzzle solving, like the portal gun too.
Mm-hmm.
So I would argue that a lot of Link's stuff Zelda stuff is magic, but
it's disguised as tech.
That is specifically like
Tech, okay.
created by an ancient advanced civilization.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, they definitely are doing more pseudo sci-fi with that one than in other books.
Okay.
Games.
I have one final thing, and I have no idea how I'm going to pick my top 3 of these things, because Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
One final thing, and this actually spoils the whole show, just telling you what it's called. But there was a series Jake and I watched called Devs, which was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
And their big device is kind of a...
Just quantum computer. This
Yeah.
is a huge spoiler for that show, though.
Huge.
So if you intend to watch the show Devs, which
Yeah.
we recommend,
There's
you
a
should
cool piece of tech in
close
Devs.
your ears.
Watch the watch Devs to find out what it is, because we just even telling you the name of the thing spoils the show.
Noted.
From another cool sci-fi show, the I don't even know if it has a name specifically, but the thing that allows innies and outies in
Severance.
In Severance.
Ooh.
That is terrifying
It's
to
so
me.
yeah, it's so existentially crushing.
Yeah.
Thing from a Severance is what I'm just writing.
Yeah.
It just feels like I was about to say some really stupid shit. Like it would would you really enjoy your outie life if you didn't have to do the innie? And it's like, no, of course you would. It would be fucking great to never have to work. It'd be awesome. So never mind, I take it back. But it would really suck for the innies.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that's kind of the whole
Point.
show.
Well,
right?
yeah. I mean, I know that. I'm just saying, like it would suck balls.
Oh yeah.
I'm on board. I'm on board with the suckage. That's such a great show.
All right, let's
Okay, I'm trying to
make our list.
Make my list. As
Oh,
we
we
go.
gotta do tops and bottoms.
right.
And shit.
No, just tops.
Just tops.
Well,
Yes, our bottoms.
I-
Worst tech.
I have got to give one of mine to the funky photo scanner that doesn't make sense from Blade Runner.
Enhance.
Weird.
Sadly-
You know what it's called?
They don't give it a name. Is the problem? It's just Deckard's photo scanner.
Deckard's weird porno device.
The guide itself from Hitchhiker's Guide.
Mm.
And I got to give one to the not shit metaverse of Snow Crash. Way cooler version of the metaverse.
Should I go?
Yeah, go because I'm still thinking.
Okay, so my 3 are going to be. These are mostly ones that I would like to have access to. So the first one is Mr. Fusion. I think limitless supply of clean energy would be really nice.
Yeah.
I wonder, in relation to this week's episode, could you poop into Mr. Fusion? Would that work?
I bet it would work.
You can poop wherever you
Because
like.
you can put trash in it,
Yeah.
garbage. That's what he does.
Yeah,
I think it would
poop
work.
is the
I think
future.
poop would work. I want the what if machine from Futurama.
Yep.
And maybe not me of today, but like 7-year-old me really, really wanted the Rocketeer's jetpack.
Oh
my God,
I love
yes.
that thing. It's also so cool.
It's so cool looking. Yeah,
like
the
the
design.
tubes, I would die.
Oh yeah, I would definitely die. Like the mannequin at the beginning.
Yeah, that's
when
me.
its head gets blown off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The helmet.
very cool.
Oh,
yeah,
the
it's such
fucking
a
helmet.
Cool.
And that's just a helmet, but it looks so cool.
Yeah, that's a movie. I mean,
It
we've
is a
watched that
movie.
movie. It's so good.
Really struggling because our list is so all
Oh,
over
what
the
about Caitlin?
place.
Maybe Caitlin has some.
Do you have any, Caitlin?
Caitlin would like the VR shit from Black Mirror.
Nice.
Wonka Vision.
Oh, that's a good one.
And yeah, sure, what the hell? Suspensors.
Cool.
Float my ass around.
I honestly, if I could have a light follow me through my house when it's dark, I would love that. The cats would immediately go for it, though. Shit.
Well,
Aww.
You give them little suspensors, they can jump up to them more easily.
Oh, God.
Oh, cats with
Imagine a cat
suspensors
with
would be a
suspensors.
nightmare.
Yeah, mine is. Oh gosh, I'm still struggling with so many of these. Because okay, I'm gonna definitely go with the Penfield mood organ from Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, just because it's so interesting and because I like it. A couple other. I want 2 more. What will they be? I was gonna say the What If Machine. So if I can't think of 2 more things, I might double up with the What If
You
Machine.
guys are allowed to double up, though.
Yeah, but the What If Machine's more interesting than the Thing Longer.
The red tube.
I'm gonna give it to the
Parabox.
That's a good one. Yeah, there's so many good ones with Futurama. I'm gonna go with the Epstein drive from The Expanse, mainly so that I can grab a screen grab from the episode that's so fucking horrifying.
Oh God, they put it in the episode too.
Of a man getting slowly crushed to death.
Oh.
Because that's just good fucking writing and science fiction, and good on them for turning it into kind of hard sci-fi. And one more. It's gonna be. Oh, I actually think. Okay, here we go. Because the wormhole traveling thing from Contact is also a great part of the story, in that they very slowly piece together how to build it.
Yeah.
I'm spoiling all of Contact, and I don't apologize.
It's like 30 years old.
Still, we try not to spoil things all the time.
True.
Because, like, them building it is so fascinating, just the way they build it, based on transcriptions from the aliens. That thing is very interesting. And we don't even know if we used it or not. So yeah, that's going to be my list of just weird fucking shit from science fiction.
Yeah. Honorable mention to the spinny red tubes.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's next week?
Oh my God. Well, will our heroes survive? Will they be not surviving?
No, we got
Why?
2 more seasons after this, so most of them should make it.
Is all hope lost? No. There remains hope. In fact, that hope is you.
That hope is Michael Burnham.
That hope is you. Part 2. You recall that hope is you part 1 opened the season, so we're bookending. Very cool.
And Book's there.
And Book is there. Oh my God, it's like they planned this. So yeah, we will be talking about that. The Hope Is You Part 2, the Season 3. Fucking exciting conclusion, right?
I hope so.
I hope so.
We damn well better. I've been very upset most of the season.
Will Osyraa get the peace that she has so desperately wanted? We will find out. Next time on The Star to Steer Her By. Until then, you can, of course, catch us up on Facebook and WeWork. Nope.
Wow.
Blue Sky. That's what I was trying to say. Blue Sky. You can find us on Facebook, Blue Sky, SSHP Podcast. You can also get us on Tumblr, SSHP Podcast, or SSHPpodcast.com. You can read all of these blog posts, including the one today, with some cool pictures and humor and all those things, as well as many, many other blog posts and things of that nature.
Yeah, which means next week our blog post is going to be our highlights and lowlights from season 3.
Ooh, are you excited?
I've got a lot of lowlights ready to go.
I'm excited. I can't wait to talk about that and so much more next time on A Star to Steer By. Of course, you can always find us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and wherever fine podcasts are sold. My name has been Jake.
And I'm Chris.
This has been Ames.
This is always Caitlin.
Bye.
This isn't the mess.
Then I do, man.